does alcohol play a part with either a sundowner or a person who's abusive? Does it help? Does it hurt?
We have alcohol-free stuff. And honestly, I've been fooled by it. It tastes, to me, I don't have a very much taste for alcohol, but it tastes just like the real thing, so I don't know the difference. But we don't, because alcohol is very versatile, and it has an effect on almost all of the medications, especially somebody in memory care, because they'll fall. I mean, we have some issues even with the residents in AL if they have too many drinks. You know, we have a limit, like you can have 3 drinks, water down, whatever, because it's socially. I mean, some of the residents, that's what they did socially. It's a quality of life thing. We'll give it with the memory care. It's normally alcohol free. I do have a resident who's 101 and she loves her glass of red wine. She gets her glass of red wine every now and then. 101, she gets it. But she's not a, you know, we look at the whole picture again. Okay, somebody's with her, she gets somebody to sit with her 24 hours. She's got the person. But with alcohol, I don't emphasize, and I'll tell the families, don't bring it in. You know, we have the alcohol free. Yeah, it's like 1.5% alcohol in it, because everything does after you ferment things, but it works. They don't know the difference. We'll get them old duels, you know. The men, they have their men and beer on Wednesdays or whatever. They get their old duels and it tastes like the real thing, and they're being social, they're enjoying it. I don't have an issue with the alcohol. I know the rest of the building does, because we address it all the time, but not in memory care. We give them the alcohol free and they don't know the difference. Yeah. Did I answer your question? Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Martha, how about sleeping? Someone living at home saying the person with dementia is sleeping a lot more. How do you answer that? Is that a natural part of the disease? Is this what you see? And then also part B of that question is, do you allow the residents there to be up at night if that's their cycle, or do you try to keep them up during the day and have them sleep at night?
Okay, for the first part of your question, the sleeping part, again, looking at the whole picture, why are they sleeping? Were they always sleeping during the day? Do they sleep at night? Do they take a lot of naps during the day and they're up at night? So again, looking at the picture, some of the residents is because their thyroid is underactive, you know, so that we look at them and say, why are they sleeping all of a sudden? There's something going on. Do some lab work, do a urine, check all that. If that's not the case, then we try to keep them active. But again, they all have their time where they're gonna just be tired. After meals, I can guarantee you almost every resident will just do this after meals for a couple minutes. And some of them, they're actively sleeping. I have them going and putting them down for a nap. We check on them, making sure, but it's a comfort thing. You know, take a little nap, because they need an outing. You can do all the activities you want, but keeping them going, you can't keep them going all the time. It doesn't work. You have to give them a break. And that's where, you know, we have the TV and they can, I mean, they're sleep watching, and I don't like the TV per se, but it's like an outing, because we can't just keep them going and going. It doesn't work. And then someone will just become agitated and say, just leave me alone. I don't want to do this right now. So with the sleeping, we try to address it in terms of looking at it in a clinical way, looking at the underlying issue. Why are they sleeping? If there's nothing going on with them, the labs, if it's a dementia declining, take that into consideration. If they need more stimulation, take that into consideration. Sometimes it's just making a matter of kicking a ball, getting them up and go in the garden, do a little walk, even around the building. Sometimes I'll have one of the staff members just take them and say, why don't you go, if they have any issues with the sugar or anything, they don't have a diabetic or anything like that. I said, take them around the forum. We have a cappuccino that functions 24/7. Get them some cappuccino. You know, of course we do the no caffeine because it messes with their cycle. But they enjoy it. They walk and they come back and it's a new person. And that's one of the ways too I deal with exit seeking. I said, let them out. If they're seeking an exit, they want to get out, the best thing to do is to let them go. Because if you try to keep them in there, prevent them from leaving, agitation, they might try to hit you. They may get very aggressive because they feel confined. You know, the memory care can feel confined. It's secured unit. That's what I like about the new building. It's a circle. The new building will be a continuous circle. It never ends. You go around all you want, you end up in the circle. So they won't have the feeling of being locked in per se. I don't like that idea of being, you know, not able to leave, because they can. They'll go in the circle, they go outside, come back, it's a circle. Getting back to your question, Clark, the night sleeping, I notice, and I work with Dr. Gary a lot because a lot of our residents have him as their primary care. And what he'll say is, if somebody's not sleeping at night, Martha, do not let them sleep during the day. I said, Dr. Gary, I would love for you to come, sit here, and tell them don't sleep during the day, because it is impossible to tell them not to close their eyes. I said, just keep them up. Have somebody sit there with them and wake them up at time to sleep. I said, yes. After all, they want to punch you because you keep. It's an annoyance. If I want to take a nap and I'm genuinely tired, you can't help it. Your eyes will close, your body will, they just want to take a nap. So if that's the case, and I do have a resident who has a night and day mixture thing, where he's up at night and will sleep during the day. He'll go to breakfast, he'll stay up, do activities, go to lunch. After lunch, he thinks lunch is dinner. After lunch, he take all his clothes off, get in the bed and go to sleep. And he'll be up probably about 5 p.m., go for dinner, and at night he's up. Now we've designed a way to get him back to sleep. We just feed him. We just give him food. And it's not an issue because he doesn't have a weight issue. The family's fine with it. And say, oh, if you give him something to eat, he just goes to sleep. Because what you do when you're bored at night, the TV's on, it's dark, you eat something, you go to sleep. But if there's a real issue, we don't do very much sleeping medication. We may do serotonin replacement or something like that. But the common one that we really try not to use is the Ambien. That is terrible. They will fall, they will get up. I guarantee you somebody take an Ambien, they will fall. So whenever my residents go out to the emergency room, or they go out to the emergency room and it was admitted, they come out with an order for Ambien. At the hospital, they'll do it because what they'll do is they'll put, they'll restrain them or have somebody with them 24/7. They can do that. But with us, I usually tell the doctor, can we please get rid of that? Because I guarantee you, they take it, they fall. So with the sleeping, very, again, individualized. We'll try to get them back to sleep. If they get up, because I get up at night, we all get up at night, sometimes to use the bathroom, put them back to sleep. We're just, okay, let's go back to bed now. Some of them may get up at night, pack their clothes and say, oh, I'm ready to go. Okay, let's go back to sleep. Let's go try, and the CNA will stay with them, dim the lights. We keep lights on, not bright lights, but we have a night light because you want to be able to see their way if they're getting up. Place the walker in front of the bed because, if they get up, they can have it accessible. Don't have it dark because if they get up, it's dark, they can't see anything. They're gonna fall. So again, very individual, but with the sleeping, normally just getting them back to sleep. And some of them who don't sleep at night, and the family will say to me, Martha, my dad never slept at night. He was always like this. And the doctor said, well, keep him up all day and he'll sleep at night. It doesn't work. So we work with everybody. And actually, a lot of them, they sleep at night because during the day we keep them active, so they're tired. At bedtime, they actually do sleep okay, most of them, yes.